G'day all, it's Colin from PCTLC and thanks for joining me. We're going to be having a look at Deepin 15.8 in this video. So we're going to be taking a look around the desktop. I was going to say a quick look, I'm not sure how long this will be. But first of all, we'll just quickly go to their website and just check out some of the new functions that they've got in place. So dock, fashion or efficient mode, choose as you like. That's always been there, but what they've done is they've put this mode here where you can hide these the buttons down here. So if you click this button here, it saves you space on the dock mode, and then you can expand them back out again. And this is my simple screen recorder, which is showing a button there, which means it's recording. Otherwise, it'll have two little lines depicting the pause button if it's paused. So that's a nice little feature there. In efficient mode, the right corner is set to show desktop, just like Windows does. So let's have a look at that. Efficient mode. And then we've got the show desktop there, handy. I do like that. I've set that up in other Linux distros before. Control Center, they've got the new page layout, so we'll look at that shortly. They've got a new boot menu in the grub, and I've got plenty of distros on here, and it's really nice. So, and it's got like a scrolling bar here as well down the side because I've got so many partitions and installs. So you can scroll down and it looks exactly what it's got there, except just with a lot more distros to choose from. They also have a dark theme, unified interface style, cool and gorgeous. So for example, if we look at the home here and we change that to dark theme, we can also change the icons to dark theme as well. So we'll have a look at that. And Deepin Installer comes with full disk encryption, which I think I looked at on the install. Had not the advanced, there's something else I think it was. And you also got the Deepin File Manager improved performance with powerful functions. It's got a new recent button, so recent there. I don't think I've done anything yet, so there's no recent showing up. It's had improved quickly find recently used files and can be hidden in settings, so you can hide that function if you wish. And they got more details down here. I'll quickly hold that there. You can probably pause the video and read it, but and then you got the bug fixes. They've been working pretty hard at it at Deepin, I must say. So a lot of fixing going on, and a lot of bugs still known, unfixed bugs, but that's all right. They know about them, so I'm sure they'll be addressed. Some of them will be addressed in their next release. So you can pause that there if you wish. And you can probably pause that there if you wish as well. So we'll put that back on fashion mode for now. So let's go to the settings. Now they've got this new layout here, which I think is a lot cleaner, looks a lot better, really nice. Now we've got updates here. Now the first thing I'm going to do actually is check my mirrors. I need to check my mirrors first. Let's just have a quick look at network details. I actually thought it was in updates, to be honest. Update, there we go. Update settings, there we go. And switch mirror. Test speed, that's what we need to do. So we'll test speed, here we go. And I normally have one that comes up fast, but I can't find it in that list. Oh, there's one, fast. I haven't heard of that one before. Oh, RNet, there it is. So that's my one. RNet, that's my fastest. So let's do that one. I don't think I need to do anything else. So I've chosen that one there, which comes up fast. Nice. So now we'll go to update. Update. And we'll download and install updates. Now the only problem with Deepin, I think a lot of Linux distros now are actually going to shut down and restart like Windows does. So that's, I don't know if it's going to ask me to do that. I hope not. But that's becoming a bit annoying. So now it's good to see that they've got the tooltips down the side here. I'm pretty sure that they did not have that in the from the last release. I think this is new. I'm pretty sure that that's new. So update successful. Need to restart. Cancel that. I don't want to restart yet. So I really like this layout. Is a lot more simplified. I think it's a lot easier to find things. Now if we have a look at the this here, and if we try the dark theme, and then they've got on here in personalization, you have theme, and we have Deepin dark down here, and you can see the folders have turned dark. And then you've got your default. You've also got Papyrus. I like Papyrus, so I think I'll stick with that. So the dark theme is quite easy to change around. So I don't know how many apps has the dark theme. Now that player, the player's got a light theme, so yeah, all right. So that's opposite. You can choose to turn the light theme off rather than turn the dark theme on. So a slight variation there in the way it works. Does the same thing, so that's the main thing. We've got a calculator. I'm just curious now as to how many of these applications in here have the light and dark theme. Well, it's got a dark theme, so it must be just about all of them. Probably maybe the Deepin stuff. Let's have a look at gparted. I doubt whether that would have a dark theme. It would have to be the Deepin applications only. Yep. So anything that's a Deepin application will definitely have the dark theme selection in the window title bar there. So you've got window effect. Now you've got this blur effect going on as well. So if we have a look, at the menu, they've got that blur happening there. So that looks quite nice. I know KDE or Plasma 5 now has the blur as well. If we have a look at File Manager, I think there's some new options to open in or open with. I've seen maybe if we go to Documents and create a new plain text document, just call it text, and we right click, we have an option to open with, and we've got a few more options there as well. Got colors. So if we choose, I don't know, oh yeah, so you got a little dot on there, that's nice. And we can choose to turn that off. Yep, just click the same color again, then it'll turn it off. And you'd have to think the same thing with, oh no, it's not the same with the folders. So now we'll just see if I can hook up to my, go to local network and connect to my modem, see if that works fine. So yes, it does. That hooks up no problem at all. So that's my USB plugged into my modem. So that's very handy. And then we have the Deepin Store. Now the Deepin Store seems to be running a lot quicker. It feels quicker anyway. And that has a dark theme. And there's, you can see the blur effect going on there as well. So dark theme, the Deepin Store now has a dark theme, pretty handy. I installed Simple Screen Recorder through here, and it was quite a painless process. So I just went to video, just scrolled through, didn't take me long to get to Simple Screen Recorder. So if you want an example here, we can go to any one of these, click Install, and away it goes. So not much messing around with that. Now you've got a download here. I don't know what that's for. Others. So you've got sort of others in there that are probably a little bit out of the usual category system, more than likely. So you've got system applications there, development, reading, apps, office apps, game and graphics. So, and you got rankings as well. So they're probably a ranking from 1 to 4 to 6. So they're all ranked in order up to 10. TeamViewer comes in at 10. Then you got GIMP at number 11. So they've got their top 10 there. Looks quite good. It's a great idea. I like this store. I think a lot of Linux distributions could learn from this store. I don't know whether it's easy or hard to implement. I'm not a coder, but it is nice. It would be nice if we could adopt this on some other Linux distros. And music. Now, this thing feels a lot more snappier than what it normally does, I have to say. So I'm reasonably impressed with that. So we're going to install MPV player. I'm having a problem with the Deepin movie player. It keeps stopping. It just stops at a certain part of the video, and then you then realize after about 10 or 15 seconds you're actually watching a paused type screen. So that's a bit annoying. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So I'm pretty sure I did see MPV player in here. And there it is there. So we'll just click install. And you get a notification up here, MPV installed successfully. And you do get a little sound, but I've turned the sounds off. So we can now close that, and I'll see how we go. So the other thing we have here is we have this uninstall. So if you have a look here, you've got, it basically shows you installed applications, but it also has an uninstall button. So I don't remember that on the last Deepin on 15.7. It might have been there. I may not have seen it. And it's taken me like a day or so to realise it's there here as well. So that's a very handy feature. Not only can you look at what's installed on your system, or what you have installed, or what is uninstallable. For example, the Deepin manual you can't uninstall, either can the Deepin file manager. They are an intricate part of the system, so obviously they don't want them being uninstalled. But everything else that you've installed, like I've installed Zoom, MPV, how easy is that? So now the other thing is, if we go to Home and we scroll down, now this wasn't very obvious either, but you've got Flatpaks. So under this here, it's got everything that's a Flatpak. So it's got Flatpak support out of the box, which is pretty nice. Now, if you do look through here, I didn't realise at first, but you will see some applications marked up as Flatpak in between the normal ones. There you go. So there's a Flatpak there. So there are Flatpaks within your normal search categories. I didn't really see them because I tend to look at the icons rather than the text sometimes, and that sort of made me gloss over the fact that there was Flatpaks here. So there you go, there's a Flatpak there, there's a Flatpak there. So they're right through the system under the categories. And if you want to look at just the Flatpak list itself, go to the home page, scroll down the bottom and hit Flatpaks. And there you have it. We can go back. I haven't seen snaps anywhere. I don't know if there's snaps. Writing your notes, fast download. I don't know what all these other ones are. Fast download, so they are BitTorrents, okay. Torrent downloaders, reading books. So they must be some games. Viewing the world, I'm not quite sure what that is. Image viewer, Shotwell. Okay, so there must be specialised or some of the most popular image viewers. That's pretty cool. So they've got, it's under Hot Topics, there you go. Hot Topics. Cool. Recommendations. So they've got some recommendations there. Essential apps. So they've really sort of nailed down not only categories and Flatpaks, but they've really nailed down some of the most popular applications used. So that's pretty cool. So then you've got your full screen menu there. You can drop it down to a small menu. It also has categories. You've got to click on that and then you can click back. And then the menu you can see as well has got the blur effect going on, but that's easily seen in the full screen menu anyway. And then you can choose to have categories in this full screen. That's pretty handy as well. I'd like to see some menus like this in other distros. It just looks professional. So it'd be nice to have that. It's nice to have the options. Deepin gives you options. I'm not sure about day-to-day running. I need to probably run this for a while to sort of see how it copes with everything. I did run it for maybe 2-3 years ago for about 3 months or something, and it ran okay. But just recently I haven't tried it again. I probably need to do that. So that's a really good option to have that there. So click anywhere and it goes away. We got the option also corner settings, so you can set your corners with any of these preset tasks here. Control center, all windows, show all windows, or you can set a launcher, desktop. So you can do that with all 4 corners if you wish. You can set wallpaper. Now I reckon this is one of their best features. Changing the wallpaper in Deepin, it just scrolls along the bottom there. And when you do select a wallpaper, you can actually see almost the whole screen. And I like that. So you don't have to move your windows out of the way and all that. So I like this, and it's a bit the same as that other application that some people use, which has escaped me at the moment, the name of those apps, that application. I know it's in Markulu, I'm pretty sure, just can't remember the name of it. So let's just, what's our default is that one there. So if we change, and you get to choose whether you want it on the lock screen as well or only the desktop. It's a big fish and a baby fish. So that's quite handy. We also have If we go for Deepin editor, so then we've got this thing here that shows all windows, and then you've got your workspaces as well. So you can choose to move those to workspaces if you wish. You can add another workspace if you wish, and just click anywhere to go back to the screen. So that works quite well, I must say. So if we have a look at the searching on here, so it definitely doesn't do what the GNOME desktop does, and it doesn't search for, it doesn't index files within the system. It just searches within the application list only, because I made that little text document called text and it doesn't find it. No big deal. Let's have a look at the search function on here, and if we go for, let's go to home and we'll look for text, and it's found it pretty much straight away, so that's pretty good. So if they could somehow implement the search function for files as well, which is what KDE, it's Plasma 5. Plasma searches very well. The GNOME desktop does it well, and I'm pretty sure Plasma has a plugin for it as well. So Plasma does the same thing. So yeah, that's quite a handy feature. Although in Ubuntu, the GNOME, like I showed you in my last Ubuntu 18.10 look around, they actually suggest things from within the software center as well, which is a very handy feature. Because sometimes when you install a distro, you could be using it for a while and you've forgotten that you've installed one of your favorite applications because you might not have used it for a little while, and then you type in the menu and you can't find it, but it's suggested in the software center and bang, done deal. So that's pretty handy. So overall, Deepin is feeling pretty nice. Now, I don't know if there's a calendar on there. Yes, there is. I like the calendar too. It looks quite nice. I think you can add, don't know if you can add anything in there. Let's just have a quick look at what applications are in here anyway. Okay, so WPS, I would probably uninstall that. Not keen on WPS really. It's a nice looking, it is a nice looking Office suite, but I'd probably prefer LibreOffice. So LibreOffice is the open source version, and I'd probably prefer to use that instead. Whereas this has an end user license agreement as well, the same as Deepin does. Deepin Store, Deepin Music, screen recorder, terminal. So they've got Thunderbird Mail, which is a good choice. I use that. Good choice for me. May not be for you, but I'm happy that they got Thunderbird in there. I think they used to use something else. I'm not sure. Got your document viewer, Deepin image viewer and screenshot and movie player, voice recorder, manual. I'm not quite sure what that is. Applications. Oh, okay. Interesting. Deepin user feedback, cloud print, cloud scan, simple scan, computer, show desktop there, trash, control center, multitask view, Deepin system monitor, print settings, Deepin calendar. Okay. Deepin Calculator, Deepin Font Installer, Archive Manager, Graphics Driver Manager, Package Manager. Is that drag and drop file here? Which file? Package Manager is an application used to help users install and remove local software. Supports bulk install. Okay. Gparted, Deepin Introduction, Deepin Text Editor and Simple Screen Recorder, which I installed. So the introduction would be the video that's in here, the DD Desktop Deepin Environment Introduction. So that is the applications. Now the one thing I want to look at, which I don't think they have, what's this button here do? Oh, that's notifications, okay. So we can clear all those. Go back to the menu. System information. They have this boot menu. There's my boot menu. So that's my boot menu there. You can see that. So I've got all those installed there. I don't know if they're all showing up. It looks like most of them. Sometimes not all of them show up on the boot menu. Accounts display, default applications, personalization, network, Bluetooth, sound, time and date, power management, mouse, keyboard and language, update, system info. So I'm just wondering here that they don't have online accounts, do they, in Deepin by the looks of it? Unless it's on the calendar or something. But definitely I cannot see anything. So it's definitely, I don't know if you can do anything in this calendar at all. So let's just have a quick look at Deepin calendar is the same thing. So I don't have any to do or anything like that. Can't set an event or anything like that by the looks of it. Right click, I'm right clicking, nothing's happening. Alright, so, okay. So it seems to me that they don't have online accounts. We can have a look here. Create an account. Network. Bluetooth, speaker, time and date, power management, mouse and touchpad. Pop him up, put him down. And that's pretty much the control center there. Modify avatar, modify full name, modify password, auto login, login without a password. So that was on the picture. If you click on the picture there, you get those options there as well. Handy. So a lot of distros seem to be going towards the online accounts thing, so you can plug them in and you can get, you know, your Facebook updates or things connected to your email. Reminders and so forth that come up on your calendar and all that, so you can plug in whatever you got for your calendar with your online accounts. That doesn't seem to do that in Deepin, so I'm surprised about that because they're targeting that sort of audience by the looks of it, and they don't have online accounts, so that's interesting. I wonder if it's in the pipe works or whether they're looking at it or not. You have this beautiful looking desktop, so you would have to think that they would be looking at adding those sort of features in, unless they're there and I'm not aware of them. Quite possibly could be in the store, could be some sort of plugin or add-on that you need to put in. I'm not sure. So I haven't installed much else. I just thought I'd have a look around the desktop and just have a look at those little changes, which is one of these here, hiding the system tray there. I like to have it open when I'm recording so I can see this little icon here, so I know that I am definitely recording or pausing. So, and then, you know, you've got your efficient mode. You also got your size, which you can put large, small, stick to medium, I think looks quite good. Plugins, shutdown date and time, which is these two here. Status, you can keep shown, keep hidden, smart hide. Location on the top, on the left, and the icons orientate very well on this as well. So let's have a look at the efficient mode on the left hand side. Yep, that looks, the time is orientated quite nicely, so that's pretty cool. And if we go to the right, and all is orientated there pretty well. You've got your show desktop down there, so it looks pretty cool. So I'll put that back down to the bottom. You got your shutdown. I haven't clicked on the time. Oh yes, I did. That's different time there. So yeah, I'm just wondering whether they got any events or anything like that in the menu, calendar or calculator. They don't have much else, do they? No. Okay. So that was a quick look around the Deepin desktop environment. I might continue to run this for a while and see, install some of my favorites, which is Zoom and Telegram and maybe Kdenlive, and see how it copes with all those things. So I want to install as much as I can from the Deepin Store as possible. I do know that if you can't find it in the store, you can install Synaptic and you can find it in there definitely. But I want to see if the store has improved in that way. I don't think it has any snaps or anything like that. You may be able to install snaps. So I will run it through its paces and see how it copes with all of that. So that's it for me on the Deepin 15.8 desktop environment. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting, and thank you for watching.